Namaste, Devji, Aranyaji, dear Sushantji. The PMLA case that is against Rhea Chakrabarti and family, which has not yet been resolved by ED, and what all evidence we have in public domain, at least like there are so many, but we can focus on the ones that are there in during the time period when Sushant was on Europe trip. So we'll focus only on that, but there is a lot. And when ED, CBI can't even catch these petty thieves, when they catch the big ones, the setting ministers and politicians and high profile people, so why can't they even catch these petty thieves who against whom there is an FIR, there are clear charges, there are bank statements, there are financial trails that are easiest to trace and find where the money went, where did it come from. So we know these agencies are again caged parrots, but they cannot deny that there was no financial irregularities, nothing done by this family, this parasitic family. So we'll focus only on that time period during the Europe trip and after that. So yeah, I'll start with Shanti part by Simiji. She actually recorded an audio and sent us. So since she's not here, we'll just start with that. I hope it was audible. Can you give thumbs up? Because I have a few videos to play. Okay, you can hear, right? Yeah. All right. So I have shared the first tweet by Yasmin ji. You can see that these are the bank account statements of Kotak Mahindra. Only one bank account, and the nominee in this is Priyanka Singh, because Sushant changed the nominees in May 2020, right? And then the tweet says balance in November 2019, it was 4 crore 62 lakhs 95,775. Okay, over 4 crore rupees were there. And if you see the second screenshot, you will see October 15, 2019, hotel stay by Rhea's brother, which was rupees 4,72,925. So if you can zoom in, I can zoom in and I can see on my system. We all know from 3rd of October till 28th of October, Sushant and Rhea, they went for a trip to Europe. Thomas Cook was the company through which all the tickets were booked, and the flight expenses, the hotel stays. So for these two people, everything that was booked through Thomas Cook, it was around 60 lakh, a little less than, so 59 lakh something. So 60 lakh rupees were spent on only these two people. All right. And now after 15th, suddenly they decide that Shavik also will join them. So Shavik's flight tickets, they were booked on 14th. 81,000 was the cost. And then he went to stay in a hotel, and I don't know which hotel it is, on 15th, the very next day, 15th of October. And there they have paid 4,72,925. So it must be a 5-star hotel, right? For one day, if they are paying for that, I don't know, like for the hotel in India or abroad, like whenever in Europe, that we don't know. But there is another payment on the same day, 15th of October, payment towards Taj Land, Delhi. That is again 4,34,828. So, as you can see, it was a personal trip. That's what she claimed, right? She had a professional engagement. She was, she was invited for a photo shoot or some shoot for a company. She in a third class company, I guess. So she went there, but there are no photos, no shoot, no evidence that there was actually a shoot, right? And then she said, Sushant thought, okay, let's make it a personal trip, and he cancelled her tickets, and from his own expense, he booked business class tickets and all the itinerary from Thomas Cook. That's what she claimed. And then people asked question, what was Shavik doing there? Was it a personal trip of a fake girlfriend with Sushant, or a business trip for drug dealings of these two siblings? That's exactly the question that we asked, which they haven't replied to us yet. Okay. Aranya ji has joined. You want to say something, Aranya
Yeah,
ji? Go ahead.
thank you for this short space and very important. It was really very nice and very brilliant of you to do this amidst your tight schedule, as you said. What I had, Somya, about this, the whole trip, this doubt, it just struck me when you showed that for one day or whatever, how come Shavik had 4 lakhs as his hotel expenses? I had a feeling I mean, it's my opinion that this guy, as you said, why should he come when it was a trip to with Rhea of Sushant's? Okay, if she claimed that she was his girlfriend or whatever, temporary friend or whatever. So over there, I feel that not only Shavik, there must have been one more fugitive where uh, they have not revealed. I'm sure CBI would know all these because they have done the in-depth probe there. And after that, we did not get any kind of reportage from ED or anybody. So I feel the person who was started giving those doses, those drug doses, which would keep him off and on and still make him feel that yes, he has picked up dengue. There were multiple things which were coming up, that is health deteriorated. So to us, they also said he saw a photo frame and that picture he was. This was all bunkum BS. Okay, now what I'm saying is the doses of those powerful drugs has to be monitored by an ace professional in that drug. So even if Rhea is there, she is a peddler, but the usage, I feel, probably somebody from that country itself must have got set it. I mean, he must have come in and he must have been staying so that Shavik could pass it to his sister, and that's how in the food intake and as you know that you have fallen sick to give. This is just my kind of very strong thought which came in. And why did they not reveal after they found that the 17 crores was also missing in Hungary trip? After that, we didn't get back any feedback. So by then, the ED was also managed by the Maharashtra government then. Thank you. That's all my doubt.
Yeah, ED comes under central government. So yeah, both center and state, they are, in nexus, it seems. So why else won't they act? They had everything. They were ready to, file some charges and start arrest. But again, a meeting between Fadnavis and Naughty Raut takes place, and everything goes in the back burner. And now there it simmered for some time, and then it was completely cool down, and put in a cold storage. So, Arinya ji, I'll go back to the, there are so many things. You are right that they started something in Europe only. Even before that, they started. And they started gaslighting him. See, you are hallucinating. See, you are hearing voices. So, since Capri Heights it started, and there are reports, the business trip, it was for meeting some people, some unknown people whom they met. Both these Chakrabarti siblings, they met some unknown people, and they actually have done something hanky panky there. And even before Sushant returned, they returned to India. And as Chodal claimed that it was in November, they had to return on 1st or 2nd November, but they had to cut short the trip because Sushant was sick, and they had to rush back to India, right? So they came early on 28th of October. And let's focus on the dates and everything. If you look at the latest tweet on the top, there is this timeline. I think it is based on the phone locations of Chodal. So where was she during that time period? So based on that, we can deduce that her Europe trip was from 3rd of November to 28th of, sorry, 3rd of October to 28th of October. So just focus on the dates. 3rd October to 9th October, they were in France. Okay, 6 days in France. 9th October to 11th October in Switzerland. Then something happens. They have to rush back to France on 11th only. They forgot some package or some documents or something happened. They had to go back, get it, and come back. We don't know what it is, okay? On 11th only, they come back to Switzerland and stay there for another day till 12th. And people usually like to stay there for longer, right? And then 13th 13th of October to 21st of October, they are in Italy. And from 21st to 27th, they are in Austria. And there some fans also met Sushant, and they went out shopping. तबीयत खराब थी, और ये सब जो बताया जा रहा है, इतना आई डोंट नो कितना कितना सच है, या उसको थोड़ा सा बीच बीच में थोड़ा थोड़ा डोज, सब कॉकटेल ऑफ जो भी नए नए इन्होंने खरीदे थे वो सब दिए जा रहे थे और एक्सपेरिमेंट्स किए जा रहे थे. So 28th को they return. All right. And in airport also there are pictures. Sushant is looking fine, smiling and active. And on 27th, I think when they took the pictures with fans in Austria, he was smiling, he was normal, right? But they had to come back. And mind you, 15th of October, there are flight tickets for Shavik, sorry, 15th or 14th they have bought, and he must have joined them on 15th or 16th. Or if we go by the dates, Shavik, there is one more payment of two payments of Delhi's hotel stay on 15th. So next day he must have traveled on 16th. And if you go to the second screenshot, it says October 16, 2019. Flight tickets for Rhea, Shravik, and Deep. I don't know who is this Deep. And that is 76,305. And Rhea was already there. Okay, so this again for three of them. I don't think it can be for three of them. It is for any one of them. But what the details they have mentioned, whoever has done these transactions, because he was on Europe trip, and somebody has to book these tickets and hotel stay and everything. If Chodal booked, or her brother booked himself, or the housekeeper, manager Samuel Miranda and Shruti Modi or Pethani booked. We don't know yet who was operating, but that can be found. That can be actually established. Which transaction was done from where, from Europe or from Mumbai or from Delhi, right? If they want to do it.
Somya, one more
The next thing is,
short doubt.
Mhm.
Now, all this you're saying, and you said Shauvik's immediate date was again in India, right? So I'm just wondering that one day, why will anybody go there? So, although over here Samuel showed these names, flight tickets to so and all, CBI can actually find out who went because they can easily trace the ticket name, who traveled from their gang, right? It may not be Shovik at all because when your ticket is shown, Shovik's details and Aadhaar card, all these will come. So it was CBI's job to actually show who traveled. Maybe Shovik didn't go because we have not seen any pictures of him in Europe. Or even if he went, the
He didn't
expenditure.
take any pictures, but it doesn't mean he didn't go. And you're right, CBI can actually find out his movements,
Exactly.
right? But since these tickets were booked, and Sushant only it and two tickets were booked. One on 14th of October for Shavik, that is 81,000, and second again on 16th of November. And that says for Rhea, Shavik, and Deep. And mind you, Crocodile also said in one of the interviews with Ujjwal Trivedi that the mystery girl, Meghna Chadda, she also accompanied them on the Europe trip. She has specifically told that. So if it was a personal pleasure trip, what were all these employees? These are employees, right? What are these employees doing there? So it was a business trip, and mostly for the business that these two Chakrabarti siblings were doing. And in the last this one, the previous thing, you can see there was the first screenshot. It is from 26th of November 2019, 1 month after the trip when they came back. So again, there are flight expenses and something, right? That is 1,50,000 on 26th of November. And we know Sushant didn't travel anywhere, and none of these uh, seem to have traveled. So again, for what we don't know. And go a little down. There is second one is for payment for Pavna. I think that is the rent. It it could not be the rent. I don't know what it was. 23,000 could not be the rent. But again, the third payment is reimbursement for Delhi flight tickets. 91,916. So who went to Delhi? Shavik, based on the previous this thing. And the flight tickets for Shavik, that was 81,000, 14th of October. Then again, there was another payment of 76,000 something for Rhea, Shavik, and everything is for flight. How many flights? And this is again for Delhi flight tickets. So I don't know, like for Europe flight tickets, business class tickets, the amount is less, 76,000, 81,000. And for this one, the reimbursement, it is 91,916. Do you see all these numbers? They are like these companies do 9.99 rupees. They won't say 10 rupees, otherwise, they will go to the next tax bracket or something. So, Delhi domestic Delhi flight ticket is 91,000. If anybody can check and let us know how much Mumbai to Delhi flight ticket in the best airline, in the best business class, how much does it cost? And from there to anywhere in Europe, because I think she was in Italy, so maybe 13th to 21st, he went there on 16th or 17th. So what was the you know if anybody can check what are the costs for flight ticket? But let me remind you, this is the reimbursement, and reimbursement is done to the employees. That's what that's what companies or any institutes they do, right? So as they claim that they were girlfriend and her family, and Sushant lived his life king size. He wanted to splurge all his money on his loved ones. That's why he was splurging all his money on his girlfriend and his her family. But they were actually employees who were hired by Sushant to do some job, right? All of these, they were employees. So do you have any, if anybody thinks that no, they were in love, Sushant was blindly following this girlfriend? No, she was an employee who entered on a pretext of, you know, getting some help, guidance, or something. You want to say something, Aranya ji?
Yeah, I just wanted to say 2 months back, I traveled from Hyderabad to Shillong via Delhi last minute. So it cost me about 14,000 because it was last minute. So now I went in an economic. Most of us travel that way. So now, if you're saying even if Shavik has taken the business class, it cannot be more than 20 or 25. Why will it be 90,000? And as you rightly said, that
Here you go.
as you
Here you go.
rightly said that the expenditure must have been shown as Shavik's air tickets, but it was misused for so many other things. Like it could be a gang of them partying in Delhi or anybody, because as you said, the entire gang were with Kwan, and they probably convinced Sushant that they're all working towards his other businesses. And that's when even in Europe, when they drugged him and all, and since she's an ace with pin numbers and passwords, they started definitely professionally, and like illegally they must have looted him. And that's when our great ED enforcement has stopped giving us details. A lot of compromises happened because we were tracking 17 crores. Yeah, thank you, Somya. Please, sorry for intervening. Go ahead.
No, thank you. So here we go. आपने 14,000 में लास्ट ने टिकट खरीदी है, और अगर बिजनेस क्लास होती तो मे बी आप डाल लीजिए 3 टाइम्स, आई डोंट नो, लेकिन फिर भी 91,000 नहीं होता है, राइट? और जैसे आप कह रही हैं कि इसको पार्टी के लिए यूज किया या क्या आपने बिजनेस के लिए यूज किया, क्योंकि जैसे पूजा सामग्री आ रही थी, पूजा सामग्री और काजू और ये सब मंगाए जा रहे थे, और सारी ड्रग्स खरीदी जा रही थी इनका नाम लेके, तो क्या इनसे ये किया जा रहा था? ये तो ईडी और सीबीआई का काम है पता करना कि वो अमाउंट का असली यूज कहाँ किया गया, राइट? और कहाँ है वो टिकट्स? नाउअडेज एवरीथिंग इज डिजिटल, राइट? ये पहले के जमाने की तरह नहीं है कि अरे टिकट्स कहाँ कौन रखता है, फाड़ दी, फेंक दी, क्या कर दी, राइट? और होटल स्टेज
Yeah, one more
कितनी
thing,
बार रहेंगे?
Soumya. From Mumbai to Delhi, it would only cost 5,000, even if you, the maximum last minute if you take. Because I traveled to Shillong from Hyderabad via Delhi. So what I'm saying is Mumbai and Delhi is very short, and those are regular flights. You'll have up team choice. Many, so it won't be that expensive.
They won't take, regular Indigo SpiceJet flights. They take only luxurious
Yeah,
and,
even then,
you know,
even
most
then,
expensive flights.
even
They are
then, how
richy,
much will
richy
it be?
rich.
How much will it be from Mumbai to Delhi? Just take
I
it.
don't know. I really
It
didn't
can't
have
be
time
more
to
than 10 or
just check.
15.
If somebody can check in, yeah, in some website, just check for Mumbai to Delhi. They can
Yeah,
put
even
in
if
the
it is
comments.
business class, it
Delhi
can't
to
be more
Italy.
than 15, right?
Yeah, yeah. So Delhi to Italy, anywhere you can see. Rome, maybe put Rome and Venice. So just see how much is the ticket and how much did they charge and how many times they charged. 3 times for tickets, flight tickets, and one of them is reimbursement. Reimbursement is usually done to the employees. not to the family members or girlfriend's family, right? And uh, the last one, if you see the last screenshot in this one, Pithani has clearly said that Rhea Chakrabarti does a lot of shopping using Sushant's credit card, and household items were also being sold slowly. This was the statement to CBI. And selling items and things was later, I guess, in January. But this is October 2019. And mind you, Priyanka Singh's and Vikas Singh's statement, how she entered in April 2019, and she took her to a fake birthday party of her brother, and she used Sushant's credit card. So I believe that that was also stolen. He must not be knowing. And I think in some of the credit cards here, at least you don't get any OTP or anything. You can simply give and sign, right? And that is what she was doing. Even after changing the pins, she asked Miranda and Pithani, and finally she found the pin, and she kept on using his money for her expenses. Right? We'll go to them in some other sessions, but we'll come back to this, and I want to play a video, and let me know if you can hear. Give me a thumbs up. This is Meetu Singh's statement to Bihar police. That is what this reporter is reporting, and we don't know how much of that is true. How much was that, was it leaked by Bihar police or CBI? I have not come across any authentic account which we can confirm, but this sounded to me like something which is like based on facts. So I'm just playing it. Just hear it.
मीतू बताती हैं कि दशहरे के मौके पर 1 महीने के लिए रिया चक्रवर्ती और सुशांत यूरोप घूमने गए, और इसी दौरान शौविक चक्रवर्ती को भी उसकी बहन रिया चक्रवर्ती ने यूरोप में सुशांत के खर्चे पर बुला लिया था.
Is it too loud? Is it okay? Okay. So दशहरे के मौके पे गए थे अक्टूबर में, और इसी बीच इसने चुड़ैल ने अपने भाई को भी बुला लिया था.
इस बीच इन लोगों ने एक एडवर्टाइजमेंट कंपनी खोलने की योजना बनाई, जिसमें डायरेक्टर के रूप में सुशांत, रिया और उसका भाई शौविक चक्रवर्ती था. इसी कंपनी के एग्रीमेंट पर हस्ताक्षर करने के लिए चक्रवर्ती को बुलाया गया था. चक्रवर्ती यानी शौविक चक्रवर्ती, जिसमें काफी खर्च हुआ, जबकि टूर से आने के बाद भी मुंबई में हस्ताक्षर लिया जा सकता था. देखिए, ये सवाल बार बार उठ रहा था कि आखिर जब यूरोप ट्रिप पर एक कपल के तौर पर सुशांत और रिया जा रहे थे, तो भाई शौविक को क्यों लिया गया? तो इस पर रिया जवाब दे रही थी क्योंकि सुशांत बहुत प्यार करते थे, छोटे भाई और दोस्त की तरह मानते थे शौविक को, इसलिए वो गए. बहन मीतू कहती है कि ऐसा नहीं था. एक कंपनी बनाई जानी थी जिसमें डायरेक्टर बनाना था शौविक चक्रवर्ती को, और उसके सिग्नेचर लेने के लिए उसको यूरोप बुला लिया गया, जबकि ये काम जब वो लोग वापस मुंबई आ जाते तब भी हो सकता था. यूरोप टूर बीच में छोड़कर रिया और सुशांत वापस आ गए, क्योंकि सुशांत की तबीयत काफी खराब हो गई थी. सुशांत यूरोप से लौटने के बाद जुहू के रिया.
All right. So here is one more angle. यहाँ पे मीतू सिंह का स्टेटमेंट है कि इन्होंने एक एडवर्टाइजमेंट कंपनी खोलने की योजना बनाई थी, जिसमें रिया, सुशांत और शौविक तीनों डायरेक्टर्स रहेंगे, और उसके पेपर्स पे साइन लेने के लिए यूरोप बुलाया गया, इतना खर्चा करके. हाँ, 4-4 लाख का होटल स्टे करके और इतनी फ्लाइट्स टिकट्स बुक करके उसको सिर्फ एक सिग्नेचर के लिए बुलाया गया, जबकि वो नवंबर में आने के बाद भी ले सकते थे. और लेट मी रिमाइंड यू, इनकी एक कंपनी विविड रियलिटी एक्स, जो भी है विविड रेज रियलिटी एक्स, वो AI बेस्ड कंपनी थी, एडवर्टाइजिंग कंपनी नहीं थी, और वो ओपन हो चुकी थी सितंबर 12 को. सितंबर 12 में ऑलरेडी कंपनी ओपन हो चुकी थी. ये तीनों ही डायरेक्टर्स थे, और चुड़ैल ने अपने इंटरव्यू में बताया था ना, वो वल्चर वर्चर जर्नलिस्ट को कि सबने 33,000 ही दिए थे, और बल्कि शौविक के भी मैंने ही दिए थे। 1 लाख के अमाउंट से हम लोगों ने कंपनी जो ओपन की थी, राइट? ये सब हो गया था। तो अब और कौन से बिजनेस की ये बात कर रही हैं? क्या मीतू सिंह को अगर इन्होंने पूछा था तो इन्हें ये बताया गया कि अरे कंपनी के पेपर्स थे या कुछ थे? इन्होंने पूछा होगा तो इनके जो सुशांत को तो नहीं पता होगा, राइट? या सुशांत से पूछा भी होगा तो शायद उसने भी ऐसे कवर अप करने के लिए कुछ बताया होगा, बट दिस इज व्हाट शी नोज। लेकिन कौन सी कंपनी थी, कौन से पेपर्स थे, और स्विट्जरलैंड में कौन सा क्या रह गया था, फ्रांस में क्या रह गया था, छूट गया था, जो लेने के लिए स्विट्जरलैंड से एक दिन में वापस जाके फिर आए थे, फ्रांस जाके वापस स्विट्जरलैंड आए थे। और वो अननोन पीपल कौन थे जिनसे ये लोग मिले थे, दोनों भाई बहन? मुझे नहीं पता सुशांत को इन्होंने क्या बताया था, या मीतू दी को क्या बताया था, या सही में कोई और कंपनी ऐसे फर्जी कंपनी ओपन कर देंगे करके साइन भी ले लिया और बाद में कहा कि नहीं नहीं, लेट्स नॉट नॉट प्रोसीड विद दैट, वी डोंट नो। और एक फ्रंट इंडिया जो है, वो जो एनजीओ बोल रहे हैं, वो जनवरी 2020 में खोला था। एंड अगेन all these company papers, they seem to be forged. ऑलरेडी फॉरेंसिक एक्सपर्ट्स ने, जितने हमारे सोशल मीडिया उसमें हम लोग कर सकते थे, सबने करके, और सब सारे पैन कार्ड और आधार कार्ड और पासपोर्ट, इन सब में जो सिग्नेचर्स हैं सुशांत के, उनसे टैली करके देख लिया है, और कंपनी के सारे पेपर्स फोर्ज्ड थे, राइट? तो अब दिस इज द सिनेरियो। शौविक, अगर, और ये लोग कोई सीजन्ड, मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये लोग सीजन ड्रग पेडलर्स हैं, लेकिन दे हैव नो ऐसा नहीं है कि बार बार आते जाते रहते हैं अंदर बाहर, जेल के अंदर कभी जेल के बाहर। तो ऐसे सीजन्ड क्रिमिनल्स नहीं है जिनको आदत है इंटरोगेशन की और इन सब की। दे कैन ब्रेक डाउन इन 2 minutes इन फ्रंट ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसीज। आपने देखा कि अर्नब के शो में कैसी हालत हो रही थी ये पिठानी की? उसे ऐसा लग रहा था गरम तवे पे बैठा दिया गया है। वो शो छोड़ के भाग गया। अगर इनसे ये स्पा ट्रीटमेंट और थेरेप्यूटिक इंटरोगेशन की जगह रेगुलर इंटरोगेशन भी की जाए ना, 3rd डिग्री वगैरह की जरूरत नहीं है, बिना उसके ही ये लोग आराम आराम से ही सब बता देंगे, जो कि अभी तक नहीं हुआ है। दैट्स व्हाट वी अज्यूम, राइट? अगर हुआ होता तो ये लोग ऐसे खुले क्यों घूम रहे होते? बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, पॉडकास्ट कर रहे हैं, ऐसे दिखा रहे हैं जैसे कि भाई ये तो सब कुछ खत्म हो गया है, केस वेस तो कुछ है ही नहीं, कोई सबूत ही नहीं है जी, कुछ नहीं होने वाला, और हम तो बिल्कुल एंजॉय कर रहे हैं लाइफ। जी अरण्या जी, आप बोले।
What I noticed from the video with the audio, well, I know the background music is from Republic, and they were accurate. And you just said that,
नहीं नहीं नहीं, इट्स नॉट रिपब्लिक,
the background
इट्स
music,
इंडिया टीवी।
the
इंडिया
background
टीवी।
music. Are you sure the one you played the beginning that had the background score of Republic? Please check once again later. Anyway, what I wanted to say was this part, like you just mentioned about Pitani, how he was sweating when Arnab interviewed him. Arnab did his investigative journalism from, I think, one of the top universities from abroad. And remember in TRP case and everything, they kept screaming loudly that even a tissue paper from the toilet had to be accounted. The Thackeray government questioned every goddamn. They wanted to fix him in that TRP case. A lot of things, but he was so up to date and accurate that he was not caught anywhere. And the Anvay Nayak case, finally he got his bail and justice from that particular case where they tried to fix him in that. So one more thing, when Arnab was doing all this interviews of various people, Sohail, the reporter, was asking questions to Rhea, and she pushed her elbow. We all remember that. She wanted to hit Sohail, so she hit the glass. She was so confident that, hell with you guys,
Did you
Republic.
see her body language?
Exactly, exactly. So
Was
then
it
they
a body
shifted.
language
Yeah, they
of a
shifted.
criminal, like petty criminal or a
Yeah,
don?
yeah, she was a female Dawn. The point here is the minute they realized that Arnab is not going to compromise, they shifted along with Vikas Singh, they shifted the most of the reportage to Times. That's where Mr. Singh, the great lawyer, was sitting, and that is where he instructed Meetu also to start showing. That's the reason per thing the family was totally in shock, and they acted upon. Normally a lawyer will guide, and that's how a layman will take. So she started showing all the pictures only on Times, not on Republic, because that's when the cabal and the nexus, quickly they'll have their diplomatic strategies along with their Manshinde lawyer. This is what happened. So a lot of these original pictures taken by Me Too came up on Times in the same way. Whatever massive report Sandeep Singh
Oh,
and all these people,
we
it was,
lost you. Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, repeat that again, the last sentence, what you were saying.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, Me Too's most of the pictures where she took it on the crime scene was all shown, especially the strangulation marks and the face marks. They were shown on a very big screen by Navika. She pointed out with the trailer pencil, and she showed everything. And Vikas ji was all the time sitting on Times. He quit. He put his son on to Republic for the son's fame and all that. But after he was managed, where he came and spoke about Sudhir Chowdhury, Ames guy, all that, Sudhir Gupta or whatever, and slowly, he started speaking like a saint over here, blaming everybody else. By then, they actually managed the show by Vikas Singh, and the family wouldn't know, right? Little did they realize. They just thought, okay, he's the Solicitor General of Bihar and he's doing our case. And they obviously blindly, anybody, you and I also will follow our lawyer because we trust him. And this is where the betrayal happened, uh, right on the news channels, how everything, and then simultaneously they started nailing Arnab, fixing the entire Republic. It was not easy, they fixed the CEO, so many people, they threw them in jail. And when people, that's what, when they talk about Arnab and his channel, why should he do all this investigative journalism in so many cases, Palgar or here? He's one of the best. We need to show gratitude. Because of him, Pitani, all these people, you think CBI would have given? Why is CBI not giving the Hungary? What happened to ED in Hungary on Sushant's account? 17 crores. They are all bloody now in the whole cabal. I'm sorry, but the prime agencies are all involved in this crime to cover up. Thank you, Soumya. Please go ahead.
Gee, thank you, Haranya ji. That's why we call it a cabal, right? It's a big cabal, and we can't. We are up against them. Okay. All right. We have 10 more minutes to go. I want to share one more thing. And then there is one new speaker. If he wants to say something, we will give him an opportunity. G King जी आप okay. Okay, wait. He's there. हाँ, जी किंग जी आप क्या बोलना चाहते हैं? नमस्ते, या आप बोले.
हाँ, मेरी
किंग
आवाज आ
जी,
रही
यू
है?
आर ऑन स्पीकर. या जी आवाज आ रही है, बोलिए.
हाँ, अरे सॉरी, मैं गलत स्पेस में कनेक्ट हो गया। अब मैं दूसरे में जा रहा हूँ।
अच्छा, ओके. नो प्रॉब्लम. या दैट्स ओके. वील कंटिन्यू आवर डिस्कशन. अभी हमारी एक और वॉरियर हैं शिवांगी जी. उन्होंने शेयर किया है कि 2020 में बिजनेस क्लास की एयर टिकट मुंबई टू दिल्ली 26,000 समथिंग थी, राइट? तो यहाँ पे जो शौविक का बोला जा रहा है, एक बार 76,000, एक बार 81,000, एक बार reimbursement for Delhi ticket 91,000, तो वो 26,000 की थी, और यहाँ पे इन्होंने इतने ज्यादा more than 3 times क्यों इन्होंने spend किया है? क्या 3 लोग गए थे? शौविक के साथ 2 लोग और गए थे, दीप और मेघना चड्डा। नहीं तो फिर ये इस अमाउंट का एक्स्ट्रा अमाउंट जो इन्होंने अपने पॉकेट में डाला है उसका क्या किया? This is a question.
CBI has to answer all this. I'm sure they have everything, right?
CBI, ED, yeah. CBI, ED, NCB, 3 of them have to answer. They cannot just say ki we don't know, or no evidence, no sufficient evidence, right? Okay, I want to also remind you guys, since we are on Europe trip October 28th, right? And she claimed, Chudel claimed that his he was not feeling well in Italy and they had to cut short and come back quickly, right? So the next question is, did they meet any doctor there, or did they meet online through telemedicine? If it was through telemedicine, if they contacted a doctor, can it be can the doctor prescribe some medication, the same medication for which Priyanka Singh and Dr. Tarun of the Delhi doctor have been charged, and they are still facing that case? Is it not a crime, even if it was telemedicine and some medicines were prescribed and they were purchased also on 23rd of October? There was a prescription by Dr. Nikita Shah on 23rd of October, and that it was purchased from that medical shop, Solanki Medical. We saw his interview also. It was 500 meters from Capri Heights, and somebody went there, one of the servants, and the prescription that Dr. Nikita Shah gave, based on that, they got some medicine. They kept the medicine ready. And mind you, Shruti Modi had already booked an appointment with this quack doctor on 28th or 27th. Let me share that tweet as well. So as the plan was, as soon as he lands, they take him to the psychiatrist. And again, they didn't allow him to go to Capri Heights. Even before the Europe trip, they made some excuse, some bhoot, pret and haunted mansion stories. They didn't allow him to stay in Capri Heights ever. He was either staying in Waterstone or Pavna. And then finally, before they found another place which was safe for their drug business, the Mount Blanc, they kept him away. They kept, right after Europe trip, they kept him in Chodel's house, where Indrajit Chakrabarti gave him some medicines. Nikita Shah, the medicines they purchased in October when he was not here in India, they must be giving those as well. Then there was this quack Dr. Susan Walker. Then K.C. Chawda. In between, Parveen Darachandji. All these doctors, just within a span of 1 month, 5 doctors. All medical trails, prescriptions, everything is ready. जी अरण्या जी, आप बोलें.
Yeah, a quick question to share. This massive doubt from a very long time. If Sushant had taken up dengue in Europe trip, this is what she said, because the dead can't defend, right? But I kept wondering, if that was true, at some point Sushant would have told his sisters when he went to Chandigarh, right, in February, that I had dengue and all. And I remember Republic saying that we are trying to, the CBI or whoever was probing, whichever agency there, that who is the doctor Rhea had seen, if he was struck down by dengue or whatever fever she's trying to claim. And after that, I have never heard any reportage on that. And this is my doubt. Meetu never said that Sushant said he had dengue and all. This was all very conveniently on the spur of the moment they started giving, because Republic was gunning them with all questions. She quickly made up, because Sushant is not alive, right? He's dead. And for so many things, she kept on blaming Sushant because the dead can't defend. And we would have got a lot of information from the family if that was true. But Sushant never said. In fact, he was so scared that when she made 25 calls when he was in Chandigarh, and Shweta had come down from US to India to be with the family, with all the siblings, he had to rush back. So what was the threat? And how she was controlling him and his family through Sushant. There's definitely a blackmail, some threats, some secret videos, and all kinds of nonsense would have happened. Thank you, Somya.
Of course, I'm coming to the last piece. We'll finish in 5-7 minutes, and then we'll go to NYT space. As you said, he didn't catch dengue in Europe. It was after 1 month that he was admitted in the hospital of KRC Chowda, Hinduja Hospital, and Vikas Singh and family has told he never had dengue. They just kidnapped and confined him in Hinduja Hospital. Let me come to the timeline again. The last tweet that I've shared on the top, it is from 25th of November. As you know, after the Europe trip, after 28th, he was taken to Juhu home of this Chudail. She kept him there. Then she moved him to Waterstone. She brought in all spiritual healers, Rumi Jaffris, and all lunatics, and she kept him confined there. On 25th of November, in November only, he got to know what she was doing, how she manipulated him, how she must have blackmailed him and threatened him then. But the first screenshot, it is of Vikas Singh. Just hear that. Vikas said that Sushant Singh Rajput was closest to his sister Priyanka Singh. In one day, their relationship developed a crack. After that day, the siblings didn't speak to each other for months. Of course, she must be heartbroken. How her little brother, he just came into the into the trap, and he accused her of something like that disgusting. And she left, and she didn't talk to him, and he didn't talk to her, and he didn't even realize, I guess, that he hurt his sister so much, and he must be given all these feel good drugs and everything, and he must be, he was going in May 2019 to his hometown, meeting everyone, and then in June he's going to Ladakh trip, then in October he's going to Europe trip, but he didn't realize that he hurt his sister so much, or must be in, yeah, I think that he was continuously being, given some or the other drugs. And then Vikas Singh says, however, in November 2019, Sushant called Priyanka and apologized to her in a broken tone. He requested his sister to visit him as soon as possible, and during the same time, he sent an SOS to elder sister Rani Di. All the three sisters reached to Mumbai next day and left. He says he left with him to Chandigarh, but they left without him. He was ready to go. He called his sisters to rescue him, and he apologized to his sister, and to another sister he sent SOS that you come and take me, and they all came on 26th. All right. There is this chat, 4 drops, the famous 4 drops in coffee, tea, or water by Jaya Saha. After that, on 25th between 10 p.m. to 10:15 p.m., right? In the night. She says, take it twice or thrice. And then this Chudail says, all three of his sisters are coming today. All right? And they arrived in the night. And 26th morning, 8 o'clock, there are photos and the reports, news reports, that Sushant Singh Rajput is hard to recognize in these masked pics. He put on a mask. His face must be, swollen or something because of these drugs are steroids, right? And or he didn't want to be recognized and he wanted to keep himself, he didn't want anyone to chase them. But he's seen, in this picture, he's seen with Priyanka Di, but I have seen another picture with where Meetu Didi is also seen. So, and Rani Singh must also have come immediately, right? So all three sisters were there on 26th of November. And you see, in the third screenshot, where there is picture with Priyanka Di, Neetu Di, who is Rani Di, she's asking Shruti Modi. Um, Actually, Shruti Modi has sent her this message. Hi, Shruti, here I'll be outside. And in response to the question, to the request, please send me all doctors' prescriptions. She's saying, okay, I'm sending it. And also would like to meet the doctor who on who can come to home, right? She also wanted to meet the doctor who can come to home. What time? Tell me what time he would be able to come. So he or she. So she must be. She sent the doctor's prescription. This is Parveen Dachanji, 26th of November, and she sent the Suzanne Walker's contact, who can come home, right? And it is all happening on 26th of November. And let me remind you, do you remember all these expenses in the previous post? Flight ticket reimbursement, Pauna payment, everything that was going on 26th of November. And one more thing, there was one new term deposit that was opened on 26th of November, when Sushant was trying to, he was calling his family and trying to get away from Mumbai. All these transactions were going on. And two fixed deposits, who were about 2 and 2.5 crores, 1 and 1.5 crores, total 2.5 crores were taken out from those fixed deposits. He was not in a condition to, to think about all his finances and all, changes, FDs and all. This Chudal and his gang was doing it. And the last thing, Shruti Modi called Hinduja, this Kersi Chawda in Hinduja on 27th of November. And she said he wants to be admitted. Not that day, but the next day, on 28th of November at 9 a.m., they came and they admitted him. So they didn't allow the sisters to take him away. This Chudal and family came and blackmailed him again, and he refused to go with them. So sisters cried, pleaded, and then they took him away to Hinduja hospital. They might not even know where they took him. Or even if they knew, they could not, the doctors are saying he has to be there. And to the world, they have to show that it is not some mental illness, it is some kind of, dengue or something, malaria, dengue, kuch bhi bata denge. Because, media management kar rahe hain and we are taking care of all these things. This is what happened, Aranya ji. And after all these evidences, all these statements, still ED, CBI could not catch these criminals. This is a very deep conspiracy, and we can see everything and see how long and how hard they have to plead and wait and struggle for justice. And all of us, along with the family. 29th of November, father says, sends messages to Chudail and Shruti Modi. If you know that I am his father, why are you not allowing me to speak to him? He's so worried. Last night he talked to him and he said that, and he's so worried about his son, but they are not allowing him to talk to him again. This is what happened. And then he was taken out of as soon as the sisters left. I don't know where they kept him, but on 9th of 9th or 12th of December, they signed the lease of Mount Blanc and they moved him there. So this is the sad story of only a part of the story. So much happened before and after that as well.
Soumya,
We will
quickly,
keep
a
covering.
quick doubt. When was that message which the sister had, two sisters or three of them, I don't know, I think two, reached Mont Blanc and messaged Sushant? The reply must have obviously been given by Rhea because they said we are downstairs. We would like
That
to.
must be in
Yeah.
yeah, that must be in December, towards the end of December, when they didn't know that they never went to that apartment, and when they messaged, he said I'm busy, and later this cook contacted Keshav and he told him, no sir to so rahe the. So someone was operating his phone, doing messages and on his behalf, deleting messages from family, and all the OTPs, pins, and everything that online transactions, credit cards, everything was in their possession. And he was actually kidnapped, abducted. He had no access to any of it, and I don't know with they used drugs to keep him sleeping or keep him in that state. And every now and then when he came to senses and he started talking, they must have given double the dose, and or some prescription medication. And mind you, both these 4 drops drugs and this, and also all the consignments of this marijuana and all other things were also being given to only Sushant. Kgs of drugs, they came only for Sushant. And meanwhile, this Sati Savitri, this lady, the dedicated girlfriend, she was also taking to doctor and giving prescription medication also. So Freeze keeps saying, na, uppers and
So,
downers and all these things.
Soumya ji, see the very fact
They
that
could have killed him.
the very fact that postmortem did not reveal that Sushant had any drugs is the opposite. Because they were drugging him, it was all their domain to make the report. So they consciously made that effort to say that he never had drugs in his postmortem. Thank you.
And and the thing is, yeah, last sentence. NCB made him the sole consumer without any PM report, without a single WhatsApp chat, where he's asking, without a single transaction where they can show he directly paid to these peddlers. Without any evidence, they have made Sushant the only consumer. They have found only one consumer, and all these 35 people, the accused, based on their statement, that we were giving it to Sushant.
That's the irony.
This
And
is
when
the
we can crack CBI,
depressed.
NCB ought to have cracked and jailed all the criminals, right? Instead, they pushed it on a dead man saying he was the sole consumer. Now, these are the things which really boil us, and that's why we are not going to leave this injustice, right? That's why we are all fuming for the past 4 years.
And the reaction, our reaction was so subdued. We were so much manipulated, and we were one man. He was projected as the Singham and the only honest officer in entire India. That we all started going against. Even I'm guilty of it. I was against Priyanka Singh ji, and I was like, no, it can never happen. It is not our Singham who did it. No, no, no. And even if she said no, he threatened me and all, we were like, no, he cannot do that. It is we were like so blinded by what all was fed to us, and what all. This is the job of PR, to create an image, project it to the people, and feed it into their minds. So even if they say something like this happening in front of their eyes, I don't know if he was in charge. He had the case diary. He made everything based on which the charge sheet is made. If in Aryan Khan case he says the case diary and the pages were missing or something was manipulated, he never ever came out and said that this is not the charge sheet that I have made or not the case diary based on the findings I did. So there are so many people who have to be held accountable. All right, I'll just take as Soumya ji, and then we'll close the space, and NYT will start her space, and that is also very important on Parambir Singh and the nexus of politicians and these people, cops. Yeah, ji, Soumya ji, yeah, welcome. And as I see NYT is still here, I'm so sorry. It was an impromptu space, but it was important because it's time that we keep bringing the facts and evidences back. Enough of bashing everyone. Whoever is in power, whoever is holding the position doesn't matter until and unless the evidence stand and scream the truth. Ji Soumya ji, please go ahead.
Ji, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. This is for Sushant Singh, Rajput, Disha Salian and all other pure souls. मैं ना एक्चुअली मैं सौम्या जी आप मुझे थोड़ा सा ये क्लियर करिएगा कि ये आया था तो उस टाइम पे मे बी मैंने उतना फॉलो नहीं किया होगा, मिस कर गई हूँ। ये आया तो था, इनफैक्ट मैं पिछले स्पेस में भी आई जस्ट ज्वाइन फॉर अ शॉर्ट टाइम के लिए मैं ज्वाइन कर पाई थी, तो उसमें भी ये बात किसी ने बोली थी कि ये एसडब्ल्यू जी ने वो दिया था, धमकी दी थी क्या दीदी को कि तुम्हारा नाम भी चार्जशीट पे हम ले आएंगे या कुछ ऐसा, या दीदी ने ये बात कहीं ओपनली कहाँ पर किस फोरम पे बोली है? मतलब सच में आई वाज शॉक्ड। मैं उस दिन सुन के ना मतलब एकदम वो हो गई कि ऐसा। एंड देन हाँ, अगर आप लेटर ऑन चीजें भी देखो, रियलाइज करो कि एसआरके के केस के अलावा कुछ ऐसा, वो भी बस इतना ही था कि उसको मतलब हाँ अरेस्ट किया, 1 मंथ के लिए रखा, ये जो कुछ भी था, बट ऐसा कुछ स्ट्रॉन्ग सुशांत के केस में तो बीइंग एन एनसीबी डायरेक्टर उस टाइम पे इन्होंने कुछ भी नहीं किया। और इनका ये था कि हाँ इन्होंने दूसरे पे ब्लेम करते हैं, वो ऑफिसर भी वो जो है जिन पे ब्लेम करते हैं ये एसडब्ल्यू, घनश्याम क्या नाम है उनका, मैं नाम भूल रही हूँ, ईडी के नहीं सॉरी एनसीबी के
ज्ञानेश्वर सिंह।
हाँ ज्ञानेश्वर सिंह, यस। हाँ तो उन पे ब्लेम करते हैं कि शायद चार्जशीट ये सब चीजें गलत मतलब उन्होंने चेंज कर दी या क्या कर दिया, मतलब कुछ नहीं समझ में आया। क्योंकि जब ये थे आई थिंक तभी एनसीबी की फर्स्ट चार्जशीट आ चुकी थी व्हेन ही वाज अ ऑफिसर, एंड जब उस पे आ गया था एंड पता नहीं सडनली he started coming to all media, मतलब थ्रू ऑल दोज यूट्यूब चैनल्स हो गया, बाकी सब लोगों से कनेक्ट करने लगे और ये बताने लगे कि मतलब अगर आप उनका इंटरव्यू भी देखो ना तो बड़े न्यूट्रली बोलते थे कि नहीं वो तो अच्छा बंदा था, हाँ चीजें होंगी, सरकार चाहेंगी तो आगे सामने चीजें आएंगी, बड़ा डिप्लोमेटिकली खेला। मतलब मैं
मैम
बोलूं
मीडिया में आप कुछ भी मीठी मीठी बातें करके आप मीडिया में सोशल मीडिया में निकल जाएं, लेकिन आप कोर्ट
हाँ
ऑफ लॉ में एक
कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ में तो कुछ
चार्जशीट
हार्ड
जैसे
फैक्ट तो
इम्पोर्टेंट
प्रेजेंट किया
डॉक्यूमेंट
ही
में आप
नहीं।
अगर लिख रहे हैं,
हाँ
मैं करूंगी एक और मैं करूंगी,
हाँ हाँ ये
मैं
मतलब
सारी चीजें एक एक
आप
चीज से
मीडिया में नहीं, और
कवर
मीडिया में
करूंगी,
उन्होंने
लेकिन
कभी ये चीज एक्सेप्ट नहीं की है सौम्या जी, आप उनके इंटरव्यूज देखो, ही सेड नहीं वो अच्छा इंसान था, हाँ सरकार इस पे काम करेगी, चीजें सामने आएंगी, मैं तो भाई एक छोटा सा
उन्होंने
वर्कर
कहा
हूँ,
है कि
सरकार का
एविडेंस
नौकर हूँ।
किसी के भी जी किसी के भी अगेंस्ट अगर एविडेंस मिलेगा तो उन्हें छोड़ेंगे नहीं, एंड आई अप्रिशिएट हिम। उन्होंने जितना वो कर सकते थे, जहां जहां उन्हें मिलते जा रहे थे लीड्स, उन सबको पकड़ा, लेकिन जहां जो करना चाहिए था उसके बाद वो नहीं किया, और ही वाज
नहीं
ट्रांसफर्ड,
नहीं
इट
नहीं,
इज
फर्स्ट
अनदर थिंग,
वर्कशीट
बट
पे फर्स्ट, हाँ फर्स्ट जो उनकी चार्जशीट
चार्जशीट
पे
वाज
उसी
फाइल्ड
पे
ऑन
तो
मार्च 2020, या मार्च
नो, उसके
2021।
बाद जो नहीं, उसके बाद जो फिर ड्राफ्ट चार्जशीट आने वाली थी वो तो कभी आई नहीं आज तक, वापस कभी हुआ ही नहीं उसका। तो आई थिंक केस हियरिंग पहले तो कुछ अपडेट भी रहता था कि हाँ इस तारीख को गई, इस तारीख को, अब तो सब कुछ गायब ही हो चुका है, उस चार्जशीट का कुछ पता ही नहीं ड्राफ्ट चार्जशीट में, जिसमें अगेन 27A लगाने की बात हुई थी इस पे चुड़ैल पे। चुड़ैल चक्रवर्ती पे।
मुझे नहीं
तो
पता
मतलब
कौन सी आप एडिशनल चार्जशीट की बात कर रही हैं। एक चार्जशीट तो आ चुकी है जिसमें ये सारे सब कुछ है,
एक ड्राफ्ट
लेकिन
चार्जशीट
ओनली
थी
कंज्यूमर
ऑलरेडी।
इज
हाँ, 27A लगेगा धारा, ऐसा कुछ था, आने का
ऑलराइट।
था।
जी जी जी।
हाँ
एक
हाँ,
और
कुछ
है
आने
कि
का था।
बेल, उसकी बेल एप्लीकेशन को उन्हें रिजेक्ट करना था, जो कि नहीं किया, और रिजेक्ट नहीं, चैलेंज करना था सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, जो कि नहीं किया। तो वी
हाँ।
विल टॉक अबाउट इट इन
हम्म।
फर्दर सेशंस,
बहुत कुछ ही
but we
गलत
will keep
मतलब
such
बहुत ही गड़बड़ है।
facts and evidences out and open, what is there in the
हम्म।
in the
और
uh,
मुझे
mm,
और मुझे सौम्या जी ये वाला पार्ट क्लियर करिएगा कि ये क्या धमकी
जी
गई थी
जी।
या दीदी के पास,
उन्होंने
ये
एक
वाला थोड़ा क्लियर
ऐसे
करिएगा।
डायरेक्ट
हाँ।
नाम नहीं लिया था, लेकिन जब ये सब हम लोग पूजा कर रहे थे इनकी, तब वो कह रही थी कि एन ऑफिसर इन हिज blatant misuse of his
शी
official
सेड इट वंस।
position
हाँ
has
हाँ
threatened
हाँ
me.
हाँ
In her
हाँ।
tweet she
देयर वाज अ
wrote,
ट्वीट।
and we all started and another time she said, don't use use the Sushant Singh Rajput photo and go and support such people. So even I was guilty. I took out the the profile picture of Sushant and put a black this one, that I can
हम्म
he's being targeted, I can support this, that. But I feel now
हम्म।
that we are being played with, and if somebody is bypassing him and giving him orders, or sabotaging his work, then he has not even put that ever in court or in media. So that is a different thing, and he still has to clarify, because he was the investigating officer. He, along with ED and CBI, had to come and dig out the entire truth. And we will, if we
हम्म।
praise them for good things, we have to they have to be ready to take the blame for anything that goes wrong, right? So this is the
और डिड
only
ही मेंशन,
like
हाँ, डिड ही मेंशन
जी,
समवेयर कि मेरे छोड़ने के बाद चार्जशीट बदली गई या कुछ गलत आया
no,
या यही
in
ऑफिसर है, कहीं ऐसा कुछ
no,
बोला
he
था
never
इन्होंने ऐसा?
commented on that. He never commented on
हम्म
that. He always maintained that case is under, it is sub judice, so I won't comment. But in
हम्म।
Cordelia case, when he was cornered, when he was brought to court and he was targeted, then he mentioned that
हम्म।
the case file, it has something additional that was not by him, and that was changed, and it was in Cordelia case. So just because he was in the court
Then again,
and
he
he was
started coming to
targeted
all
himself,
YouTube
yeah,
channels and
yeah,
medias and all,
yeah.
giving his interviews. And again, when asked about Sushant, he just, clearly denies कि no, सब कुछ
I
होगा, न्याय
Yeah,
तो
yeah,
होगा.
I don't
But I am
know
just
how.
नौकर हूँ मैं सरकार का. जैसे सरकार बोलेगी वैसे ही मैं कर सकता हूँ,
जी
उतना ही
जी
मेरे
जी।
हाथ में है. बड़ा एक
अब हम
डिप्लोमेटिक आंसर.
अब हम और किस
एंड
पे
जब
ट्रस्ट
बोलते
करें हम?
सिंगम गट्स, बट गट्स का कहाँ दिखता नहीं है
जी,
मुझे, तो कहीं गट्स दिखा नहीं आज तक.
आई डोंट नो।
तो एनीवेज, अगर एक्चुअली है गट्स तो सामने आके ओपनली हम लोग के सामने तो
जी
कुछ फैक्ट्स तो रख ही
जी
सकते थे ये.
जी,
लॉ को
बिल्कुल। सो
अवॉइड करके भी बहुत चीजें की जाती हैं. जो प्रोफेशनल्स होते हैं ना, इस टाइप के जो होते हैं बड़े पोस्ट में ना, इनकी बड़ी ग्रामर भी इनकी स्ट्रांग होती है, इनका बोलने का तरीका भी सब कुछ बहुत स्ट्रांग होता है, क्योंकि इन्हीं के, इनको अगर आप देखो, इनके जॉब के पैसे मिलते हैं, मुझे जो लगता है, क्योंकि काम तो शायद लगता नहीं ये लोग करते हैं, बट ड्राफ्ट करना और चीजें को मीडिया के सामने
नहीं,
ऐसे
आई वोंट
घुमा
से
फिरा
कि
के
काम
रखना.
नहीं किया। I
काम
remember
किया.
his team has faced so many attacks, and
हाँ.
so much hard work, but all of it went into drain just because of that bogus charge sheet. If he was forced, or he was, if he was just
नहीं,
sidelined or
मैं वही कह
bypassed,
रही
we
हूँ
don't
कि
know, but he
फोर्स तो
has to
किया ही गया
clarify.
है, सब कुछ किया ही गया है, बट डिप्लोमेटिकली जब अपने आप को सेव करने के लिए इतने सब चीजें इंसान सामने रख सकता है ना, लॉयर्स भी हैं इनके फैमिली में कर रहे, तो यहाँ पर मुझे लगता था कि कुछ ना कुछ तो हिंट वो 2-3 सॉलिड ऐसा दे सकते थे आगे, जो शायद ये हेल्पफुल होता. एटलीस्ट हमें पता तो चलता कि कहाँ पर क्या गलत हुआ. मतलब मैं ये कह रही हूँ, अपनी ही लैंग्वेज में करते हैं ये, ऑफिशियली लैंग्वेज में ही बोलते हैं, ये करते हैं, बट कुछ तो तोड़ हमें सामने देते हैं, सामने आगे आके कुछ तो करते हैं, क्योंकि ह्यू एंड क्राई तो उस टाइम पे भी बहुत ज्यादा था, जिस टाइम पे ये सब चीजें चल रहा था सुशांत के केस का.
सौम्य
बट
जी,
एनीवेज, सारे
yeah,
लोग ही सब कोई, हाँ, सब
NYT's
कोई
space
फायदा ही
started.
उठाने के लिए. अच्छा।
Yeah,
No,
no,
no, we should stop.
I
Sorry,
quickly
चलिए.
wanted to say
हाँ.
a very important observation just when you both Soumya Jis were talking. Now, the fact that
हम्म.
Sameer Wankade, it clearly shows if he had done his job so sincerely and caught the Bollywood bimbets who came in line to the NCB office, right? All that he was doing, excellent job. I remember that we will take the drug, what do you call that, Soumya? The test which shows how much of drug each person takes. What is that test called?
Dope test.
Ha. So all that, you think we won't do it? Even in Cordelas, everything he did say that they know what to do. So what my point is, just because they got a lead from the ruling government, they went ahead. I mean, Sameer Wankade led it. He was not actually on a regular basis, if you can recollect. He was posted there. So he did his job brilliantly. At the same time, for
I
his own
agree.
case,
Yeah.
he had
मोटा भाई ने
all,
खेला कर दिया.
he did say that he had every evidence he had collected for his own case and fought his case tooth and nail. So even the Cordilla case, he was I mean, he was prompted that so and so Shahrukh's son is there. So they were all, you know, the ruling party is like how Amit Satam came in and all. They had made him. So when he quickly went, the ruling party would like to cash in on the Gutterwood people, right? So this is the whole scenario. That's why later on, now to pass them clean, Dhaneshwar was came in, and obviously Shahrukh had. I mean, he had spent crores of rupees to get his son free. So they
Of
did.
course,
So
of course.
yeah, they did all
And
this to
मोटा भाई
cover
ने
up.
जो खेला कर
Yeah,
दिया,
so it is clear
उसके
that
कारण
Priyanka ji said about Sameer Wankade. Obviously, as you said, she's so disappointed. But this is again the BJP. I don't know who is the Chanakya there, but this is a master plan. And per guy, even he was a
who
puppet.
is मोटा भाई? Who
Yes,
is?
yes,
He was brought in on a special deputation by
exactly,
central government.
exactly.
Then he was taken out when he did his job. I think
Yeah.
he did more than what was
Now
expected,
you know why
and they
Modi ji
thought
is
they can
also a
also
puppet in
use
Chanakya's
these
hand.
evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. So they thought they can use the evidence like ED and CBI gives them evidence, then they make deals over it. But Sameer Wankhede kept on giving everything in press. Every time there was something, he did a press conference and like immediately everything was out. So they could not. And then they put in Gyaneshwar Singh, okay, Bollywood drug case, he will handle and the deals he will make. So now we see all the druggies, all these people, all the ladies who did catwalk there, they are now sitting and enjoying their lives with the, they are hanging out with ministers, going to FIFA and all these things, right? And if this was the case, he would have taken the the next step, and all the gents also must be seen doing a catwalk, and maybe he could have actually put a charge sheet on them as well. That's why that case was taken out. Only Chudail and Pithani and other their drug syndicate, that case was allowed, that was given to Sameer Wankhede, and the other, the most important, the creamy, this one, it was taken by Gyaneshwar Singh, and he made good deals. We will talk about them later in coming sessions. I'll take a break for 15 days and I'll be back, and we'll continue such spaces. We'll do short spaces only on facts and evidences. Ji, Aranya ji, we'll listen to you, and then we have to go to NYTG's space. She's talking about a very
Yeah,
important
thank
aspect,
you. I
another
just wanted to
important
thank
aspect.
you. You must do this extended, this particular session. Look, so much of link is coming. Thank you. And yeah, we shall attend NYTs. Thank you very much.
Of course, I will go before October 20 to 19 and after November 2019. We will revise it again and again until each and every one of us remembers the dates, remembers the amounts and the facts. We will keep doing it. We are not giving up. And now is the time to up the ante. We are very, very disheartened, but at the same time, we are enraged also, looking at the business, how it is flourishing for Chudal and her family. So it's time that we start attacking the criminals as well as their protectors, right? So yeah, Soumya ji, a last comment from you.
Yes, just wanted to add, Cordelia case was a case जहाँ पर it was only just not SRK's kid was there, और भी बहुत बड़े बड़े नाम ऐसे स्टार किड्स थे वहां पर, बट सिर्फ होल्ड किया गया SRK के किड को. तो यस, इट मेक्स अ सेंस जो आप लोग बोल रहे हो ना, कि पर्पसली किया गया, आगे इनको बढ़ाया गया, इन्वेस्टिगेशन कराया गया. देयर वाज समथिंग व्हिच अ डील, गवर्नमेंट वांटेड टू मेक अ डील विद, कुछ था. तो मे बी मनी. That's it.
Of course,
Thank you.
ऐसे ही होता है. Money, honey,
Hmm.
everything, yeah, everything boils down to these two. All right, thank you so much, everyone. I hope we could gain something new and we could recall a few things. We could connect the dots, more dots, and the picture is becoming clearer and clearer day by day. Doesn't matter how long, 4 years or how long it has been, but the facts remain and they just need to be connected, and we are still doing it. We are doing their job, and it's high time that we hold them accountable, the ED, CBI, NCB, to do their job. Thank you so much. Har Har Mahadev, Jai Shri Ram. See you in NYT space. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Shubho Mahalya, Shubho Navratri. And let's take a pledge that we'll defend ourselves, we'll learn self-defense, we'll teach our children martial arts, and we won't be sitting ducks for these evil people. And let's hope and pray for justice for Abhaya, Sushant, Disha, and all the Jia and all other innocent souls who have fallen victim to this cabal. Thank you so much.